Hi everyone. I am going to walk you guys through how to do a teach-in, but first we need to install the pass-through CAN software from Mitsubishi correctly, and it's a little hassle and a little pain in the butt. So that's why I made this video. A lot of people in the forums were saying that they did not install it correctly, it wasn't working, so that's why I'm gonna do a step-by-step here. I'm gonna act like I've never done this before, walk you through it, and then we'll go into the teach-in video actually in my car. So let's get started. So I will have this file right here for you guys to download in the description below and the link. So open it up, extract it, pull it onto your desktop. I already have it on my desktop right here. This file right here is the Tactrix cable drivers, which you need for the car to speak to your laptop. So if you don't have those installed, install those. If you already have EvoScan and you've already messed around with your car, then you might not need that. So we're going to open up the SST relearn folder. Okay, here's the guide that I used to figure this out. So we will use this. I'll walk you through it. So you have a written guide and a video guide to walk you through this process. And all right, well, let's get to it. And I'm going to keep this open because we're going to need that in a second. So let's scroll on down to installation process. All right. So now we are going to edit the registry values on where Windows installs programs. And we're going to do it just specifically for pass-through CAN. So it's not going to mess up your computer as long as you follow these steps. Because at the end of this, when we install pass-through CAN, we're going to reverse what we did to get your computer back to where it was. Okay? So don't be scared, it's going to mess up your computer. So all you have to do, you can highlight this, Control-C, copy it. All right? You're going to go down to your search bar, paste it, and this is going to open the 64-bit registry editor. Now this is not to be confused with the one down here, which is the 32-bit one. So that's why there's step 1 right here. Then we're going to go to step 2. So let's start here with step 1 on the 64-bit registry editor. So we're going to go to HKey local machine, software. And then it wants us to go down to Microsoft. So let's expand Microsoft. And then scroll down to Windows. All the way at the bottom, Windows, current version. So you're just going to click on current version like that. And what you're going to want to change is these two values right here. Okay? You're going to click on it, double click on it, or you can right click, modify, and you're going to delete out that. You're going to delete out the x86 part for both of these values. So you're going to hit OK. And then it will change it and it will reflect it right here. I'm not doing it just because this is for tutorial purposes, but yeah. So once you do that, we're going to go down here, we'll close that out. You can copy that, paste it down into your search bar. This is the 32-bit one. Basically, you're going to do the same thing, right? We're going to go to HKey local machine, HKey local machines, software, Microsoft. Let's go all the way down to Windows, and you're going to click on current version. Okay? And what you're going to be editing is, as it highlights here in red, you're going to be editing this value right here. Modify. You're going to get rid of the x86. Hit OK, and that part is done. All right. So now we are ready to install pass-through CAN. All right, so you're going to open up that folder that you extracted when you downloaded it. Here's pass-through CAN. I opened this with WinRAR. It's going to be a RAR file when you download it. Free program, works great. If you don't have it, most people probably have it already. So you're going to double-click Setup, hit Yes, and my computer did it very fast. But your computer, hopefully you're going to be able to see right here, right? So you're going to, when it says C program files / pass-through CAN, you're good. If it says C program files with parentheses x86, you did something wrong and you're going to need to go back to the steps up here. But that's why I made this video, so there's no errors, right? So now that we did that, we added the registry where it installs programs in a 32-bit folder. Now we can go back and undo what we just did. So we can go back into the registry editor for both of them, right? Because this is the 32-bit one. You're going to want to go back and do the 64-bit one as well. And then all you got to do is just add the x86 back in here, and then your computer is back to how it was, right? Because we don't want to mess up your computer. So the next step is to edit the desktop icon. This is what it wanted it to do. So where did it put it? Let's see here. Oh, it just disappeared on me. So let's install it. Reinstall it again real quick. Setup. Yes. There it is. All right. So pass through can. What it's going to want you to do in the tutorial, you're going to right click, shortcut, properties. You're going to delete out this x86 like that. And hit apply, hit OK. And now we have pass through can set up correctly. But what we don't have is the correct files to do the teach-in. So let us get to that part, right? So now we're right here. We're gonna get the PTC32 DLL, which yeah, let me delete this out because I don't get that. So here's the files that you guys will be downloading. And then here's the PTC32.dll. So you're going to want to throw that into where pass-through can is installed. So for you guys, program files is where pass-through can will be installed, right here. Just for purposes, I will be installing it. Mine's installed in here just because this is a tutorial and I did not change the registry values, right? But your guys's will be in here. So we're going to go down to pass-through can, system, common, and you're going to take that PTC32DLL file, all right, and you're going to drag it in. It's going to ask you to overwrite it, and you're going to say replace file, continue, boom. All right. So the next step is to go back. You're going to go into this data folder. Oh, sorry, diagdb, and go into CBF, and you're going to take this folder, this AMT file, the CBF file, drag it in here. And so when you install pass-through can, you have these two in there. I already had this one in there just because I have pass-through can out here, but you're going to take that one, drag it in there. I'm going to delete these two out. We have that. Now you're going to go into the XML folder. You're not going to have this file in there. You're going to take this file and drag it and put it in this folder, in the XML folder. If you don't have this file in there, pass-through can will not work. Just like this one right here. This is basically the file for the TCU to read the different processes and things like that specific to the SST. I use this file. I have a 2010 MR. I've done a bunch of teach-ins and it's worked great. And same with this ti.info file. So now that we have that, everything is installed. So now, instead of paying for it, right, because Mitsubishi just wants to get your money, we are going to edit the registry to basically trick pass-through can to give us like 1,000 uses instead of paying to use the software, which is bull crap. So yeah, see here how much it costs. So what we're going to do to fix it, here's the directions. So what we're going to do is go, you can just copy this here, go down to your search bar, paste it, open this up, and HKey local machine, scroll back over, HKey local machine, software, okay, let's collapse that, go down to WoW 6432 node, we're going to go down to WCGD-NA, there's this CGD inst file, right? Double click it, now yours is going to have a 0 in it, but we're going to want to throw 8 F's in there, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right? So you're changing the binary values for how many uses you have for this software. So after we do that, we're good to roll. And now pass-through can should be set up correctly on your computer. And you'll be ready to roll out to the car and get this teaching process going. So I will cut out this part of the video and then move on to the next one, and I'll see you guys in my car. Alright, what's up everybody? I will be demonstrating the teach-in process for the SST. I have a 2010 MR, and so the first steps are to have the car in park, e-brake on. I put it in S Sport, I'm sure you can do it in normal. And the Tactrix cable is connected. I have my laptop set up with pass-through scan, and a big reminder is that you need to have the Tactrix cable drivers installed from the Tactrix website before this can function. So let's get on with it. So the first step I'm going to do is the plausibility check. You have to make sure your foot's firmly pushed on the brake or it will not do anything. It's another little thing I missed. So we will do this. And now it is executed. It will say teaching executing yes, and then when it's done it will say normal end no. Alright, so the next step, I have my little notes here. I'm going to do 7, which is clutch ventilation. We're going to hit check. Yes. Executing yes. The car is revving up. Alright. And normal end yes. Make sure that's there and it's not executing while they try to do another command. So the next one will be number 2, the shift fork teach in. Alright. I'm going to do the next. This one's going to take a while, if I remember correctly. It is executing. So I'll do another video on how to install this program. You have to do a lot of little tricky things to get it to work. So if anybody needs any help, feel free to message me or email me and I will get back to you, or leave a comment and I will definitely help you, because I have run into a lot of issues, but I finally figured out how to make this work every time now. So we'll see how much longer this takes. Just to cut back in for a sec, it is still doing the shift fork teach-in, which this is a longer one. Oh, there it goes, see? Now we're good. The normal end is yes, so it is done executing. So we just did the shift fork teach-in. Now we will turn the car off for just a little bit. And then the next on my notes here, I guess the sequence is we're going to go back to number 1, which is the plausibility check. So we're going to go okay, communication error. Now we will turn the vehicle back on. Everything should be good. We're going to go back to pass-through can teach-in.
yes. Boom, back in. And now we're gonna do number 1. So check mark, yes. Is it executing? Up top here, it says pending. So what I forgot to do is I didn't put the foot on the brake. So that's why I said pending. Now it says yes. We're good to go. So the next one we did number 1 is 7. We're gonna do a clutch vent. Check mark. Yes. And my foot is still on the brake, and it is forming the command. And we're done. Next one will be the stroke teach in. Number 4. Check that. Let's see. Oh, this one's gonna take a while, so I will pause it and I'll be right back. All right, so I'm back. This one is done. Just always make sure it says yes in the normal end column. So that was the stroke teach-in. Now will be the boost teach-in. This is the fun part. It will rev up to about 4K. So, and hold it. So here we go. Takes a second, just be patient. And it is executing, so as long as it says executing, it's doing something. So just be patient with it. There it goes. Now we'll pause for a second and then it will do it again. I'll let it start up again and then I'll pause it so you guys don't have to. There it goes. That one is done. That was the boost teach-in. And now the last step will be number 8, which is the reset clutch gain. So we'll go down to the bottom, reset clutch gain, check, yes, execute it. And I guess that was it. Reset clutch, last execute. Yep. That was it, guys. Now we're good to go. I'll turn the car off. And now I hopefully shouldn't be slipping as much. My valve body's going bad eventually, so that's why I did a teach this time around. But yeah, hopefully this has helped somebody. And any other questions, leave some comments. And I will make another separate video when I'm on my desktop to show the exact install process of all the programs and files, because it is very tedious. So I hope you guys have enjoyed it, and y'all take care.